cocktail. The purpose of this task is to prepare and present classic cocktails to our guests. Listen carefully to the order given by the organizer, since it might not be repeated. Expect the classic range of cocktails to be ordered. If the sommelier does not know the recipe, they may ask the organizer how to make the cocktails as you would do in a restaurant. The sommelier will be penalized if they do not know the recipe. In this scenario, the sommelier will make a dry martini cocktail. Always communicate with your guests. Are there any personal preferences regarding the cocktail? For example, when making a classic dry martini cocktail, ask how dry the guests would like it and pour the vermouth off from the ice accordingly.
Good evening, Miss. My name is Julie. I will be looking after you this evening. Perhaps would you like an aperitif to start with?
I would like a dry martini, please.
A dry martini, absolutely. Do you have any preference on how you would like it?
Sure, in a classical way?
In a classical way, perfect.
Always check the glasses and the tools for cleanliness and condition before starting to make the cocktail. Also make sure that all of the ingredients are present. Ensure to select the correct glass for the cocktail or drink you are preparing. Cool the glasses and shakers or stirring glass with ice, always using a tongue or an ice scoop. Use the correct ingredients and in the correct order as per the recipe.
So I'm going to use half a measure of vermouth, dry vermouth.
Please note that if cultural variations are used, explain what the correct ingredients are according to the recipe and then why the variation is being made. For exam and competition purposes, candidates should be prepared to describe what they are doing during the preparation portion of the service. So mention ingredients, proportions, method, the order, etc. Unless the recipe calls for a specific brand, the brand name of the alcohol does not need to be mentioned. Measure the ingredients correctly as defined by the recipe. Make the cocktail using the correct method, i.e. shaking, stirring or building, using the correct tools. If the guest requests a preference that is different to how the cocktail is usually made, then the sommelier should state the classic method and the reason for the variation or use of a local product. You should have an efficient, structured and smooth approach to building the cocktail and use the tools in an orderly way. The sommelier should not work in a clumsy manner. Demonstrate your bar skills with confidence. When tasting the cocktail, ensure that it has the correct taste and make any adjustment prior to serving. Candidates should only use a small environmentally sustainable straw to taste. Generally, the use of tongs in preparing and placing the garnish is recommended wherever possible. This will be based on the mise en place provided. Place the coaster or bar napkin and serve the cocktail without spilling or dripping contents or disturbing the garnish. Always use a tray for tableside serving. The glass logo type should face the guest. For exam and competition situations, the tools will be changed so you will not be scored on cleaning the tools. However, sommeliers should tidy the workstation so that it is ready for the next order. Sommeliers should be prepared, if asked by the guest, to provide a food recommendation for the cocktail. Provide a brief description of a dish that would match well with the cocktail and provide reasoning. For example, identification of components in both that would be complementary or enhance the guest experience.
Would you like me to recommend some food, perhaps to go with your martini?
I think I'll be okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Resources to be referenced when preparing for this task are amongst others the International Bartenders Association. Look at both the categories the Unforgettables and the Contemporary Classics and variations of these such as Brandy Alexander, Americano, Daiquiri, Dry Martini, Gin Fizz, Tom Collins, Manhattan, Negroni, Old Fashioned, Sidecar, Whiskey or Pisco Sour, Bellini, Black Russian, Bloody Mary, Caipirinha, Champagne Cocktail, Cosmopolitan, Cuba Libre, Margarita, Mint Julep, Mojito, Moscow Mule, Grasshopper.